Hello everyone and welcome to Andrea Davis Cancer Coaching. I'm Andrea and today I'm going to be answering a question from Amber Hansen. Amber is being treated for metastatic breast cancer and she's wondering if there's anything she can do for the cancer-related fatigue that she's been experiencing. Amber's 41 and she lives in LA County, California. She loves outdoor activities like boating and jet skiing and hiking, and she also used to do some kickboxing. Amber works full-time as a case aide at a group home for addicts and alcoholics, and she's planning to get a degree in drug and alcohol counseling. So if you think that she sounds like she has a strong, amazing spirit, you are 100% right. Amber was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in November 2018, and she opted for a bilateral mastectomy and a reconstruction. The surgeon removed 16 lymph nodes, and there was cancer in only one lymph node at the time. And Amber had these beautiful flowery tattoos put on her reconstructed breasts later, and this really lifted her spirit, she said. So around the time that she was first diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, she started having some pain in her sacrum and her hips and her left femur. She mentioned this to her surgeon and to her primary care provider, but they were just both focused on getting her through treatment for the breast tumor. She finally had a CT scan last September that showed tumors in all the areas where she'd been having pain. So her oncologist, who she says probably saved her life, put her on anastrozole, which is the aromatase inhibitor that I talked about in my video on joint pain. And she's also taking Ibrance, which is a targeted immunotherapy that a lot of you are probably familiar with, and alendronate that slows bone loss. So since she's been starting to take these medications, Amber's been feeling exhausted about 90% of the time. And this feels awful to her, and it's just not like her. Not the way she wants to be, and it's not like her. So she would love to find out if there's anything she can do about this. The American Cancer Society says that between 80 and 100% of cancer patients experience cancer-related fatigue, at least at some point. Cancer-related fatigue is very different from normal tiredness, which is usually short-term and improves with sleep or rest. So when I did research on what's been shown to help with cancer-related fatigue, the big thing I found that has been shown to help people most consistently and reliably is exercise. In an analysis of 28 trials involving over 1,000 patients with advanced cancer, including breast cancer, an exercise program during treatment was associated with significantly improved energy levels. And in another analysis of 61 clinical trials of women with all stages of breast cancer, an exercise program during treatment was associated with much greater energy and strength, as well as significantly less anxiety and depression. And a 2017 meta-analysis that included over 11,000 cancer patients showed that exercise reduced cancer-related fatigue more significantly than psychological intervention or pharmaceuticals that are commonly used for this. The American Cancer Society now recommends that cancer patients be as physically active as they're able, with the goal of doing at least 2.5 hours of moderate intensity aerobic exercise per week, such as walking, jogging, cycling, or swimming. And hopefully also at least 2 strength building exercise sessions per week they recommend. These recommendations are the same as the World Health Organization's recommendations for the minimum amount of exercise that adults should be getting. So you want to avoid injury, though, by not doing too much too soon. So if you haven't been exercising much or at all, you should start with less and work up. So for example, if you haven't been exercising at all, you could start with just walking 10 minutes a day for a couple weeks, and then you could increase it to 20. And then a couple weeks later, you could increase it to 30. Regular exercise has not been part of Amber's routine, but she says that if she makes it a priority, she'll be able to do it. She's going to talk with her oncologist first, and I advise that for any of you who plan to start a new exercise program, particularly if it involves any strength training. So I want to mention two other studies that I came across while researching this. So one of them involved yoga. A 2018 review of 24 clinical trials published in the journal Current Oncology Reports showed that doing 1 to 2 hours of low to moderate intensity yoga 1 to 3 times a week may be effective for treating cancer-related fatigue. The other study, interestingly, this surprised me, had to do with ginseng. And this was a study of about 300 cancer patients and survivors that was published in 2014 in the Journal of Family Practice. So this study showed that taking 1,000 milligrams of pure ground American ginseng root twice a day for 4 to 8 weeks significantly reduced fatigue. The study authors were careful to point out that ginseng is commonly adulterated with other substances, especially the Asian species, and advised patients to obtain American ginseng root products that have been produced in the United States. One of the researchers pointed out that ginseng is sometimes processed using ethanol, which can give it estrogen-like properties that may be harmful to breast cancer patients. So that's another reason why it's important to use only pure ground ginseng root. I didn't see any studies where patients took ginseng for longer than 8 weeks, so I don't know whether or not it would continue to be effective after that. Now, before taking ginseng or any other herbal medicine, if you're currently being treated for cancer, it is absolutely imperative that you check with your oncologist first to make sure it will not interfere with your treatment. If you decide to try taking ginseng and you've checked with your oncologist, the researchers recommend the Ginseng Board of Wisconsin's website for some good sources, and I'll put a link to that in the resources section of my blog post on this. So if I were dealing with this issue of cancer-related fatigue, my first course of action would be to start walking every day and then maybe add in some strength training after, of course, talking with my oncologist. And if I were so fatigued that I was struggling to get out and walk, I might try the ginseng. Whatever form of exercise you choose, it's got to be something that you can get yourself to do regularly. And I know creating a new habit can be challenging, but it could make a huge difference in your energy level and how you're feeling. Okay, so just to recap here, what studies have shown to helps with cancer-related fatigue: exercise, at least 2.5 hours per week of aerobic exercise, and ideally at least 2 strength building sessions per week. Another thing that's been shown to help is yoga. A study showed that 1 to 2 hours of low to moderate intensity yoga 1 to 3 times per week helped with cancer-related fatigue. And the third thing is ginseng. 1,000 milligrams of pure ground American ginseng root twice a day for 4 to 8 weeks. So there you have it. That's what I found. I hope this helps you, Amber, and I hope it helps other people too. Please like and share this video and post a comment to let us know what you thought. Stay updated about my latest videos by going to AndreaDavisCancerCoaching.com and signing up so I can keep you posted. And if you want to find out how to strengthen your body and immune system to fight cancer better, sign up for a free session with me at AndreaDavisCancerCoaching.setmore.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscription link in the video description. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'm so grateful that you're here. Take good care of yourself, please, and I will see you soon. Take good care. Bye-bye, everyone.